Hello, welcome to Canterbury Live. It is Thursday the 25th of September. Have you got out and enjoyed that beautiful weather? I hope so. You're now settling down to a relaxing evening, maybe potentially with your family. Well, families is what it's all about, of course, the school holidays, and you may have cherubs that are currently on school holidays or next week. Now, the winner of our family pass for the Akaroa Harbour Nature Cruise giveaway for yesterday was, drumroll, Anna Pope. Congratulations, Anna, to you and your family. You'll be enjoying that beautiful cruise. Well, we do have another family pass to give away. Here we go, and really, really easy. All you need to do is just call into Marianne on 03 377 033, or go to our Facebook page and like us, of course, and tell us why your family deserve to have this wonderful family pass to celebrate Akaroa. Pretty easy, isn't it? Well, as you know, the other day, actually before we get to that, on today's show, a little bit of tease there, we have Sarah Murray coming in from the Canterbury Museum, and she's here to talk about the Hallett Station. And we do have a bit of a chilly theme because Ice Fest is coming up, so we find out about all the wonderful things that surround that. But yes, back to what I was about to say, is that we had Andrew Joey Johns in the studio, League legend. He's the 8th Immortal of League. Very impressive. And we had some lovely little rugby league-ites who got to spend some precious time with this legend. Not looking too bad for 40, is he? No. And a big thank you to Frank Entercott and to Pete Smith for getting Andrew in here. Of course, he's here to promote the Nines, not too far away in February in Auckland, a big success. So it was lovely to spend some time with him. And time is something you can definitely waste in a very positive way at Ice Fest. And I'm joined by the director for Ice Fest, New Zealand Ice Fest, and that is Chloe Deere.
Good afternoon.
And the ice is very dear to you, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yes. I've been working on this festival for 2 years now.
And tell us, is this the Ice Fest, how long has it actually been going for?
Well, this is only our second year, our second time. The first one was in Hagley Park 2 years ago. I think people might remember the ice skating rinks and the domes.
Yeah, fantastic.
No ice skating rink this time around.
Oh, wow. There's plenty of other things to do, isn't there, Chloe? So don't worry about it. Let's not think about what was, it's what is.
Yep.
So why do you think it's so important to Christchurch, New Zealand Ice Fest?
Well, two reasons. One is, as many people will know, Christchurch is a significant gateway to Antarctica, one of only 5 in the world, and it's a very busy logistics hub, servicing quite a number of different stations down there on the ice. And we also host a couple of international organisations here, and a lot of science gets conducted. But there's another reason, which is Antarctica is important not just to Christchurch, but the world, in terms of what it's telling us about climate change and how that's going to affect us potentially in the future. And that will affect everyone, Christchurch as well.
Okay, so no pressure, Chloe, but it's up to you to tease us about what we can expect at NZ Ice Fest this year.
Well, we have loads, absolutely loads, and everything from the really fun stuff such as sled dog racing. There's been a whole history of sled dogs in Antarctica, to the opportunity to go out and see USAP Air Day, the big planes that fly down to Antarctica, and we have free outdoor movie showings in Cathedral Square on our middle weekend. But we also have a lot of activities for kids every day between 10 and 2, and if you're a bit bored and wanting something for those kids to do, bring them on down. There's science activities, fun games. We've even got a bouncy castle on some days. And we have a fantastic exhibition on site, which is Antarctic Time Travel. It's interactive and really engaging, and it's a chance for people to find out in a fun way all about climate change in Antarctica and how we know. So you step into a time machine, basically, and go through Antarctica from 50 million years ago, all the way back to the future.
No TARDIS is going to rock up there with Doctor Who coming in as a penguin, or
some good sound effects and some flashing lights.
Hey, we always like flashing lights. I think even the adults do as well. And I believe Lady Hillary is going to play a special part.
A very special part. I'm very happy to announce that on Saturday morning, 9:30, she's going to be opening the New Zealand Ice Fest hub for all. Starting at 9:30, there's going to be a team of Malamutes. They're the big sled dogs, the ones with all the fur.
Oh.
They're going to be pulling a tram all the way from Cathedral Junction to our site and then on to Worcester Street Bridge. It's
wow,
quite a
that's
sight.
Impressive.
It's very impressive, yeah.
So where do these dogs come from?
I'm not sure their exact origin, northern, somewhere in the Arctic region, but there are quite a few Malamutes here in Canterbury.
Okay.
And one comes from, there's a guy who has a team that pulls heavy weights, and they're bringing in some other dogs, working together to pull a tram.
How impressive.
Yeah.
My goodness, just alone for that would be amazing to go along. So,
And Lady Hillary, she'll be on board with the mayor and Peter Beggs from Antarctica, New Zealand.
okay, they better not have any breakfast then.
No. And instead of cutting a ribbon, she'll be breaking an ice ribbon.
What a cool idea. Was that your idea, Chloe?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Big ups for you as well. Okay, so where can people check out the program?
Well, we have this program, which is here, which is
Cool.
widely distributed, service centres and various distribution points around Christchurch. But you can also find it online, nzicefest.co.nz. That's got the full program and all the details, and you can select by if you're interested in holiday activities or art, science, history, everything.
What do you think it is about Antarctica that people think is unobtainable, quite romanticised? What do you think it is?
It does cause people to get very passionate. That's one thing I've noticed in the last 2 years. And I think it's because of the difficulties of being down there. It's quite a challenge, and it's very stunningly beautiful. I mean, not everybody gets excited by that degree of wilderness, but you know, people that I've met who've come back all rave about it, become very passionate about it.
And as you said before, we're very lucky that here in Christchurch is a base, and we were talking about it before. It really is the peaceful continent, isn't it?
It is, yes. It's dedicated to peace and science, so no military activity down there, and a huge amount of science. And what's so fantastic is that there's so much collaboration. We've just had a major international conference in New Zealand. It was supposed to happen in Christchurch, but nowhere to host 1,000 scientists at the moment.
No.
But people are coming from all over the world, and the main thing that you notice is the degree of collaboration between nations. I think there's about 50 nations have signed up to a treaty about the peaceful use of Antarctica. So it is all about collaboration, and not just in terms of science, but in all the logistics and how we all partner.
Okay, well, partner we can, and you can bring your family to NZI Fest. And just the recap is that there is a wonderful website, it's very informative, that's icefest.co.nz, which is wonderful. And you have a double pass ticket to give away, which is, thank you very much, Chloe, I appreciate that. And it's to see Kevin Bigger and Jamie Fitzgerald, who are the headlining speakers at Ice Fest on Saturday, October the 4th at 7:30.
Yes, very much so. And they're also doing a kids session in the morning, and I can see if we can get some tickets for the kids session. It's aimed at the younger ones.
Good on you, Chloe. We'll keep you posted about that. Okay, join us after the break. We catch up with the health station, and it's all very chilly in the studio.
Let's face it, everyone has an agenda. And guess what? So do I. Every week, I'll pick 3 stories that grab my attention. Agenda with me, Brent Goff.
My son's helped me greatly with my independence now that I've got more mobility.
Mum, I've been looking into stand assist chairs from More Mobility. They recline back with a footrest, then when you want to get out of them, they stand you up. You can even sleep on them. More Mobility can bring one out for a free trial. There's even electric beds too. What do you think? For more range and more expert advice, see More Mobility, corner Clarence and Princess Streets off Blenheim Road.
What a difference More Mobility makes.
Located at the foot of the Port Hills, Berrymead Golf offers a spectacular location for any occasion. Make a dream wedding a reality with private use of our green function room, outdoor garden courtyard, large marquee and stunning gazebo. Or for your next conference, enjoy the relaxed atmosphere of Berrymead Golf, offering a private, spacious conference room with special deals to make any break a true break. All with customised catering from the Wow Cafe. Ferrymead Golf, 50 Ferrymead Park Drive, right next to the Ferrymead Heritage Park.
Avoid the monkeys when it comes to relocating. Trust A1 Movers, a family business since 1993 that guarantees a professional job every time. We carefully handle and wrap your valued items, ensuring they have a safe journey. Secure storage and insurance options are also available.
A1 Movers, the careful, caring, moving company. Oi!
Come in and meet the locals at the Bush Inn Centre. Whether it's to grab a coffee on the go or to catch up with a friend over lunch or dinner, the Bush Inn Centre is the perfect place. With our unique range of shops, you'll find everything you're looking for and more. Our friendly locals are always happy to help. We have plenty of parking at the Bush Inn Centre, making your shopping experience just a little bit easier. So come in, meet the locals and shop Bush Inn. You'll find us on the corner of Riccarton and Waimari Roads.
I'm Chris Lynch. Join me for CTV's new current affairs show Lynched every Monday at 8:30 right here on CTV, where I talk to the decision makers and those responsible for running our city.
Okay, joining me now, I told you it's getting chilly, but it's got nothing to do with Sarah, because she has a warm heart. Aww. Sarah Murray, a curator from Human History at the Canterbury Museum. Last time we were talking about those wonderful photos, the forensic and that. How did that go?
Really well. We had such positive feedback on Beyond the Cordon, which is the police photographers exhibition that we're going to be sending it travelling around New Zealand.
Oh, that is very cool. Oh, that says a lot to you and your team. So well done. But here we're now talking about the Hallett Station. And for those of us that don't know anything about the Hallett Station, please educate us.
Absolutely.
No pressure, Sarah?
No, none at all. Hallett Station was a joint New Zealand and United States base in Antarctica, and it was built on Hallett Peninsula, which is in the Ross Sea region, and as part of the International Geophysical Year.
Oh, and cute.
And look, here we are, some photos of it.
Nice.
So the photo up on the screen at the moment is of the geomagnetic dome, which was used to record weather patterns and also to measure changes in the Earth's magnetic field, and that was one of the buildings that was down at Hallett Station. So this was built in the late 1950s, and it stayed down there on the ice. The base was abandoned in the 1970s, but in 2001 through to 2005, a big clean-up effort took place, and you can see on the screen there the bulldozer, which was fondly known as Duck, after one of the staff who worked down there, is cleaning up some of the fuel barrels that were down on the ice. And Hallett Station was, of course, built in a penguin rookery.
Oh, right.
So the Adelie penguins you see there were shifted in order to make room for the station. And they, as part of the clean-up efforts, were trying to bring back some of the wildlife into the area. And so you can see here some of the remainder of the base being helicoptered away from the Antarctic. So the helicopter can only lift 1 tonne of material at a time.
Oh my goodness.
So it was about 28 metric tonnes of material that were brought back from Hallett Station to New Zealand. And Canterbury Museum was lucky enough to be gifted the buildings, many of the buildings that had been from down on the ice.
So why do they pick Canterbury then, do you think?
Well, of course, Canterbury has a really special connection with the Antarctic. We're really the base of New Zealand's entry into that region, and I think that's probably part of the reason. Canterbury Museum, of course, also has a really strong historic Antarctic collection. We've got material relating to the heroic era in particular, so Robert Falcon Scott and Ernest Shackleton and their very heroic journeys down to the ice, right up really to the current day.
So when we come along to the museum, walk us through. So you're going to picture
Absolutely.
paint now, us walking through.
So what you will see as you walk into the exhibition spaces, we've covered all the walls in white curtains. The walls at the moment have street art behind them.
Oh, here we are.
So it's changed quite a bit. As you can see, it's a bit of a blue lighting behind, just to give you that sense of the coldness that you
and
would
dramatic.
have. Immediately in front of you as you enter into the exhibition space are the accommodation and supply huts, and you can see to the edges some of the equipment and the fuel drums that were down on the ice originally. The duck bulldozer that I mentioned has made its way to the museum, so all 9 tonnes of that vehicle are on the display there. And of course the geomagnetic dome as well is it's such an iconic building made of various fiberglass panels, and it has been completely rebuilt within Canterbury Museum and is on display
Looks
there.
quite sci-fi, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? I think
Looks
that's
like
the
it come off the set,
1950s.
you know, like, I don't know, like of a Doctor Who episode or something to that effect. It looks pretty funky.
Well, it was made in a way so that they could do the measurements properly, and they weren't because they were doing a lot of magnetic readings. They couldn't actually have any magnetic components in the build of it. So it's a fascinating, I guess,
It's a cool
insight
space.
into it.
You could hang out there at lunchtime, Sarah. Take your Marmite and lettuce sandwich and sit in there in the big dome. How hard was it though to put it together? I mean, you've been you've sort of flitted over it a bit, but I mean, getting that bulldozer in there, I mean...
It's, I think, a credit to our exhibitions team. We're talking about thousands of individual objects, right down to every screw and nail. So each of those all have the number, and we are able to work back through our process and find out which part of the building they were, part of, and then rebuild them. So every part of those buildings that you see, except for one structural support, are actually the original components from down on the ice. So it's phenomenal to see it put back together like this. And in fact, it still smells like the Antarctic. You walk in and you get the smell of fuel and diesel, and a little bit of guano in there too, of course, from the animals. So it's an
No whiskey from
all-immersive
Shackleton
experience.
then?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay, right, oh well.
No.
Next one.
But there are some interesting, there is a bit of food in the collection. So we have some of the accommodation hut, some of the contents from that hut, and you get a sense of what it would have been like living there, some of the games they played, the pictures they had on the wall, the food they ate. Of course, being a sea drop area, they had to order their food 12 months in advance, and that was the only food they'd have for the year.
Oh, it sounds very exciting, doesn't it? A lot of rice pudding, maybe, and things like
Cans,
that.
yes.
Out of the exhibition, what's your favourite, do you think? Is it hard to pick one? Or?
It has to be the dome. It's funny. This is the first time for me when it was put up that I actually got a chance to go inside it, and it's a surreal
And I was joking about it.
experience.
You actually have had your lunch in there, haven't you?
Not my lunch, definitely not that. But being able to sit in there and see what it's like, it echoes incredibly, and the light comes through the fiberglass walls. So it's quite a treasure, really, to have.
Oh, it's amazing. So tell us, when is the exhibition on? How long is it on for?
Right, so it's open at the moment, and it will be running all the way through summer until the 18th of January next year.
Oh, so plenty of time to take the family down.
Absolutely.
And what a wonderful way to spend a day in the school holidays, isn't it?
Perfect.
Too easy. And remember, your website is really, really great. CanterburyMuseum.com, very informative of what's coming up, what's happening now. And also some great shopping at the museum as well.
There is, yes.
Isn't there?
A lovely museum store and our cafe, which has fabulous views out over the garden.
There. Thank you so much, Sarah. Keep in touch. I'm sure there's wonderful things coming up in the future too. Stay with us after the break. We talk about Millers.
Your new home follows two families over 12 weeks through the process of building a brand new home. Hear from the homeowners and learn more from the builders and tradespeople as we follow their exciting journey. Your new home, Tuesdays at 8 on CTV.
Action Removals, offering short or long-term storage facilities, full packing services, comprehensive rates, all fully insured and with 6 vehicle sizes to choose from. Earthquake repairs? Action Removals pack, move, store and return your valuable possessions stress-free. Action Removals, a family business that has been operating in Christchurch for over 10 years. Action Removals, your one-stop removal service on time, every time. 0800 222 526.
Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Wanting to add some vibrance to your home, or just looking to brighten up your workplace? No matter the occasion, the Hitching Post has something for everyone. Lose yourself in their extensive range of homeware, art, glass and plasma cut metalwork. The Hitching Post is your one-stop shop for great style and quality. So come on down to the Hitching Post, 722 Marshland Road.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, the naturopath here at Staywell Pharmacy. Working with the pharmacist, I use herbal and nutritional medicine to recommend natural alternatives for your health. This can be to counteract any side effects of your medication, general health advice, or natural options for you and your family. I'm also available for consultations. So come in and see us at Staywell Pharmacy, 27 Shands Road, Hornby. Staywell Pharmacy, live well, stay well.
In Good Shape, examining all aspects of healthcare, medicine, research, nutrition, fitness and beauty, with in-depth interviews from medical experts. It's all here on In Good Shape, Tuesday morning at 9:30 CTV.
Well, as you know, we've been stepping back in time and history with Millers and finding out about how this wonderful cannery business started. And Mercy was out on location to find out more about this wonderful Canterbury business.
Managing Director Jeff Miller still often gets asked if the Millers business based on the corner of Blenheim and Annex Roads is the same one that used to be on Chum Street. It is of course the same family business, but a lot has changed over the years as Millers have adapted to a very competitive and ever-changing marketplace.
They no longer manufacture fabrics or clothing, but they remain a dominant player in the soft furnishings market, a niche in which they excel, manufacturing curtains, blinds and accessories to the highest possible standard and with constant innovation. As a long-standing Canterbury company, Millers are grateful to all of their Canterbury customers who have supported Millers and their staff throughout the past 90 years. Millers embodies that unique Canterbury spirit which has prevailed against all odds and will continue to do so. After all the events of recent years, home takes on even greater importance, especially for those who are still surrounded by uncertainty. As we rebuild our city and our homes, the team at Millers looks forward to continuing to help you furnish your homes with colour, warmth and love as they have done for the past 90 years. They have many attractive curtaining and furnishing options available, offering extremely good value and all bringing a fresh new look. The style and design of window treatments available today have never been so abundant or diverse. At Millers, they believe the types of window covering you choose are an integral part of the look and feel of your environment. They love the challenge of creating something that is practical and perfect for you and the personality of your home. It is important to use specialists when furnishing your biggest asset, and investing in the right product will make all the difference. Millers excel in connecting the right product with the right environment. Offering years of experience in curtain and blind making, they are confident they can find the solution that is perfect for you and your family.